Good evening, Yarnies, Dirty Hookers, and Fiber Fiends. How is everyone? Let me get my light situated, even though that didn't work. But anyway, I'll deal with it in a second. Hey there, Clay Meek. Oh, I almost said hey there, Crafty Cub. Hey, Clay Miko and Sue. And Sophie got first, so yay. Sorry I wasn't streaming this past weekend. My back was killing me. It hurt to even just sit here in the chair. So, there was no streams either Saturday or Sunday. What I was going to do on Saturday was finish the little doily tree. I'm going to finish that offline since I wasn't teaching anything. I will still make it, and like I said, at the end of the month, probably not next week, maybe the end of next week, maybe I will starch them all, block them, and all that good stuff. So it'll be the fan, the tree, the angel that we're going to do this Thursday, and the little bell. So those things we will work. I'll still do the ones this coming Thursday and the following Thursday, but the tree, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, as I bump this little tree here, it looks horrible because it's not starched, and we'll address this and form it. I have to put plastic inside to help get the shape, and then so it's a process. But I will finish, and I don't have it here with me. It's over there. Friday we made the cone, the center part. I didn't do the branches yet. I'll do the branches off stream. Alrighty. Hey there, Fairy Dust. How are you? You need my help starching something? Okay. Yeah, definitely. Next time I see you, we can do that. Depending on if it's a flat piece, that's easy. Flat pieces are super easy to do. The three-dimensional things, I've never even done a three-dimensional starch thing yet, so this will be a learning experience, one big batch. We will not help you start your husband's underwear. No, 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 no. The angels you made that are going to be the little ones' teachers. Yes, I saw those in the Discord. We will get to those here. Sure. Actually, I'm gonna wait till more people come in. I'll do the same thing we usually do around the first hour. When we get back from the first ad break, we will do the Discord share. I did briefly see the angels that you did, and those are flat, so those can be done in almost no time. Alrighty, I don't have any other announcements to make. Apart from the sale on the merch store is still going till the 30th, so you still have that an opportunity to get some last minute gifts, because this is getting a little getting close to the Christmas season. I know I think we're still in Hanukkah right now. I think maybe I'm not certain for anybody who celebrates Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa is usually starting after Thanksgiving. I mean, not after Thanksgiving, after Christmas. Why did I say Thanksgiving? But yeah, 30% off. You can get 30% off using the promo code HOLIDAY at checkout on the merch store. You're gonna go put them in the frame. I'm going to put them in a frame with this quote under it: "Children are born with wings. Teachers help them fly." I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, fairy dust. Yeah, I'm no. Can we make a dreidel? Okay. Wait a minute, Clay Miko. um, I can't just make them up right on the spot. Okay. I gotta research, find a pattern, see if I'm able to do it, make a sample. So yeah, like it takes some time. It's not like, oh, let's make a dreidel. I'm not that good. Maybe for next year. Alrighty, so we're gonna get into tonight's square. We are doing a square, or yeah, this is a square. Tomorrow's is more of a rectangle. if anybody wants this pattern, exclamation point bearded gnome, all one word, you don't have to worry about the capitalization. This is a free pattern. This is a pattern from YouTube. From a YouTube channel called RaffamusaDesigns. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. So, we're going to work on this little granny square. And, well, not really a granny. I mean, if Llama was here, she would say this is not a granny, but it is a square. And the beard part is where we're going to start, and it's actually incorporated. It's not an applique. The only applique is the hat, the nose, the hands, and the feet. Everything else, the beard and the square, are all done at the same time. You have time for that? Your 1% Jewish blood rhyme requires some attention? Yeah, okay. Alrighty. Oh, and not to call you out, Claymiko, but Claymiko had messaged me. I'm not going to answer that question, Fairy Dust. She had mentioned that maybe she wants to commission me to make a bunch of these and put them into a blanket and have it say hanging with my gnomies. Well, you know, Claymiko, as soon as I saw that comment, I did a little design write-up planning out the letters. So I'm already in the design phase for that. Ben and Jerry. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha, fairy dust. Anyway. It would be cute, yes. Would be very, very cute. And the way I was thinking, again, this is just a design thing. I was thinking doing it in baubles or popcorn stitches for the lettering. That would probably be the easiest. What else could I do? Could do small little granny squares and use those as the little pixels for the letters. Well, it's a planning thing. Let me know when we need to go to the store. I will let you know. You're cracking down on your shawl, Sophie. Yes. It's always good to crack down on your projects if you can get them to get some progress on them. I've got some projects that are still need some help. I didn't crochet this weekend. Yes, I did not crochet a single... Well, actually, take that back. Late last night, I did crochet a little bit. But I didn't crochet anything this weekend. Yeah, that's how much I was not feeling it. But today, late last night and today, I did add a couple more rows of temperature blanket. So I'm now at the end of August. So that'll probably keep on going until February. If anybody is following along, let me know. And if you want to stitch along, let me know. And I can go slow enough to walk you through it. Now, when we start, we're going to do this loop stitch. Hey there, Shadow Arch. How are you? Slowly but surely? Yeah, slowly but surely. It's the best thing to do. You don't want to, like, always rush through it.
Can you fly this plane and land it? Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Thank you for that. I don't like rushing through a project because I'm probably going to end up making a mistake. I'm going to make a mistake anyway, if I rush through or not. But try to lessen that. So, we're going to be working in the round. We're going to start with a magic circle. And we're going to do 11 loop half double crochets. Now, that might just sound like a totally different language. It kind of is. So let's zoom in a little bit, and we're going to get started. So I'm going to do my magic ring, or magic circle, whatever you want to call it. So there's our magic ring. And I'm going to chain up 2. These 2 chains do not count as a stitch. So in this pattern, when you do the chains for the beginning of a round, for the beard does not count. So, to do a loop stitch, I gotta remember how to do this. Feel like I'm so slow with anything that I'm crocheting, like this cow's taking me 2 months to make, only doing 2 rows per day. Yeah, I know. I know that feeling, and I know that feeling sucks. But just don't overdo it. I mean, you got a lot going on as it is. Okay, so I chained up 2. I've yarned over for a half double crochet. I'm going to go into the loop, and I'm going to grab both strands, go in, and I'm going to go over and grab both. I don't know how well this is, if I'm making myself clear on this one. Let me try this again. So I've yarned over. I'm going to go into the magic ring, and I'm going to go around both this strand and this strand. So I'm forming a loop with my finger. So I'm going to go around this. It's kind of weird. And I'm going to go around and grab both of those. So both of those are being grabbed. And I'm going to pull them up. This is always the difficult thing, even for me, to do this. It's been a while since I've done my sample. So I got both of them there. I'm going to pull my finger out of the loop. I'm kind of holding this all there. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 3. If that was complicated to understand, let me do it one more time. I need 11 of these. So again, we're working into the ring. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go in, and I'm going to go around. This is a tricky stitch, yes. It is a tricky stitch. Your loop will be formed on the back side of this. So I'm going to yarn over, go into my ring, go around behind that strand, and I'm going to grab up the other end of the loop, so there's 2 there, pull them through, and with my finger, I'm going to hold that there, and then pull through all of those. This is why I'm commissioning Craftic over this one, yes. This stitch does take a little while to get used to. If you can't do that, you can always do just a regular loop stitch, which actually, you know what? I'm going to end up doing the regular loop stitch. I'm not going to do the half double one. So I'm going to do the regular, which is not going to really affect. I think that's what I did here was the regular. So I'm not going to yarn over. I'm going to go in, grab both, and pull them up. So half double crochet. I love a regular half double crochet, but sometimes the half double loop ones really mess me up. So there's one. Again, I'm not doing the half double loop. I'm just doing a regular loop. Go in, grab both, bring them through, hold with my index finger, remove my loop, my finger from the loop, yarn over through all of that. So that was 2. And it's going to make these loops on this back side. Yes, this is a half double loop stitch. Yes. Oh, well, actually, I'm doing the regular loop stitch right now. It calls for the half double loops, but I'm not doing that. Hey there, just a curious brain cell. A lot of people don't care for the half double. Yeah, the regular half double, I'm great. That's my favorite basic stitch, but these, the loop ones can be a pain. So again, you can adjust the length of your loops, of how far out you go. I'm going to keep them all the same. I just want to keep my loops to the bottom, and I need 11 of those. So I have 2, and I'm going to grab and do this. Move my finger out, and then go through that. You can also use like a larger crochet hook or a wooden dowel, anything to get the shape. So there's 3 there. And there's 4. I mean, you probably could do this if you just do a round of singles and then do the loops for the second round. But I'm going to follow the way it says. So there's 4. And 5. And that's 6. Keeping my loops towards the back. And that's 7. And that's 8. Oh, that wasn't what I needed to do. And that's 9. That's 10. We have 1 more to do. Again, I'm trying to keep all of my loops down. I don't want them coming up the into the center of the ring. And this is 11. And do we join? No, we don't join on this. So how much would it affect the pattern if you use a larger hook? Just for bringing the bow strands to... I don't think it would affect it too much. I mean, it might affect it a little bit. But I don't think it would have too much of effect on it. So now I'm going to tighten my magic ring. So the magic ring is going through this part out here. This is all my loops. And we don't want that all tangled up. So I'm keeping my loops down. And I'm going to carefully... I'm going to make that larger there. I'm going to carefully... If I can do this... cinch it up. There, I've cinched it up. So now, that is our round 1 of his beard. All my loops aren't the same length, but that's okay. He's a gnome. He's just disheveled. He doesn't go to the barber shop, so... Alrighty. I'm going to tighten that all up. So that is round 1. Again, we're going to be working on the wrong side facing us. Okay, Clean-Miko. So we're ignoring the loops that are underneath. We're just using the stitches. We're going to work in the stitches that those have formed. They're going to form regular stitches here. It's just the decorative fun part is on the bottom. So for round 2, let me double check something. Let me see if they join. I gotta... Yes. Okay, they do join. Okay, this does do a slip stitch into the first stitch. The way the pattern was written, I had to scroll up. And I should have done that before I tightened up the ring. Getting into that first stitch is a pain. Okay, so we have our 11 stitches. And now we're going to chain 1. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And in every stitch, we're going to put 2 loop stitches. They're calling for the half double loops. I'm not doing the half double loops. I'm doing a regular loop stitch. So in this first one, put it into the stitch. I'm going to grab both legs of the loop that's around my finger and pull them through. This is where you can adjust the length if you need to. And then yarn over and pull through all of that. And that is one. And in that same stitch, we're going to do another one. And I want to make certain I'm not catching that loop. This is where I need a stitch marker, and I was not prepared. Didn't have my stitch markers out. Let me get a bright green one. So I did 2 of them already. So I'm going to put it in my very first stitch. And then the same thing, you go 2 into each. So you're increasing. So in this next stitch, we're going to do another loop stitch. Grab both.
First you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Come on! Do it! Come on! Do it!
Hey Mickey, how are you? That's good. That's okay if it's all caps. The Kleps have an echo today. It might be my audio, my desktop audio levels might be. Well, if there's another one that plays, we'll see if it has an echo. Okay, we did 2 in that one. There's 1 and 2. Oh, Mickey, you're so funny. You're so funny. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Wow. Okay, I'm just doing, oh, you can't even see. I'm doing 2 loop stitches into each stitch. So we're going from 21, not 21, from 11 to 22. 11 in the first round, the second round gets 22. Hey there, Liz. You just joined and you're isn't this cute? Yes, I'm actually showing how to make this one. It is so cute. This is Gnome Week. Oh, I don't know if I had said that in the beginning of the stream. This is Gnome Week. We're gonna do 2 other gnome things. The echo's gone. Okay. Yeah, I adjust the I adjust my actual audio, the audio I hear. So maybe that's where the echo is coming from. Actually, I can show you what we're doing tomorrow, and not that fell. Tomorrow we are doing another gnome square, but this one we're doing tomorrow is not the loop stitch. So this one might be a little bit. I know it's getting washed out because of the white. This one's going to be a little bit probably easier to do because you don't have to do the loop stitch. So that's for tomorrow. And then Wednesday, we're doing a gnome ornament. And this gnome ornament is great for scraps. So it's got the little hanger and his little hat and his little nose and his beard and his little pants. So great for an ornament. Great for a gift, like a gift topper to put on, like a little, instead of a bow, something to put on a wrapped gift. So that is what is coming up this week. This is Gnome Week. So how are you, Liz? Yes. Oh, yes, yes. If you make the, actually that might be enough, but if you make the loop a little bit bigger, I mean, that could work, but I would do maybe a couple more chains, and that would be great to slip over a bottle of wine. No, wait, I can't pronounce that. No, Normorant? Normorant? Doing pretty good, hectic week, but able to sit down and watch stream. Well, I'm glad you're able to relax and watch me kind of struggle with these crocheted loop stitches. It's a stitch that you don't really use that often in crochet.
I managed in a few decades to marry the 2 most worthless men in the universe, and then proceeded to have the 3 most ungrateful children ever conceived. The only reason people are nice to me is because I have more money than God. Now, I'm not about to open a new can of worms.
Thanks for the
Weasel.
sub.
What?
If this is really how you feel it, then help me. Maybe you should think about coming down to the guidance center and talking to someone with that help.
I'm not crazy, Malin. I've just been in a very bad mood for 40 years.
Yeah, that one does have an echo. That I haven't fixed the audio on that one. That is something for the issue with the track. And thank you for the sub, Liz. I greatly appreciate that. You're so sweet to use your Prime. If you are a Prime member, you have 1 free Twitch sub. I don't know if it's free. You have 1 sub that you can sub on Twitch for the entire month. You're only given 1, and you chose to spend that sub on me. So I appreciate that. It's free. Yes, it's free with the purchase of Prime. Yes. The dancing avocado. Yeah, that is a built-in little graphic from Streamlabs. I'm using the Streamlabs for my like follows and subs and raids and all that. I did customize the follow and the raids, so I might at some point find something for the sub. But yeah, the avocado is cute. Okay, I am on round. I'm still in round 2 of the loop stitches, and I should have 22 when I'm done. Let me just count to see how much I have right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't think 13 and 14 are together. No, they weren't. That's why my stitch count was off. Oops. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. let's do this again. So this one, and then the same one gets another one. So, Crafty Cobb, I have some nice choice words to speak to you. Why wasn't I warned about the adorable Gnome Week? I'm going to follow that with that ornament. I'm going to make my own day with a gnome. Clay Miko. If you scroll down in the About section and you click on Schedule, it should show you what I'm doing each week. You're not going to see a picture of it, but it'll say I'm doing a gnome. And you were warned. I sent the thing out on Facebook today. And I think I did mention something the other week about doing gnomes. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yes, last week was pine trees. This week is gnomes, and next week is a snowman. Next week I've got 2 squares, snowman squares, and an ornament. Actually, let me get to the end of this row, and I will give you a sneak peek of next week. You're going to do the gnome ornament. That's Wednesday. And it's really, really cute. And it's great for scrap yarn, because you only need a little bit of each color. And it works up quick. It's a lot quicker than this loop stitch. Okay, we're finishing up round 2. There are 4 rounds of this loop stitch, so I'm going to have to do this thing 2 more rounds. You're taking a little one to see Santa tomorrow. Nice! Well, I know how you said how she reacts around Santa, or at least she did last year. Alright, so that is round number 2. And I'm just doing the exact same thing, just making it bigger. Where is the... So for next week, and I don't remember which order they're in. I think this is the first one, I think. This one really needs to be blocked. But next week we're doing a square snowman, just his head. She's doing better, might get a smile this year. Hey. Progress. So, we're doing a snowman next week. And then there's this one. This one's a little bit cuter and friendlier. This is a square, and then you're just doing triangles, so you're turning for each row, and you make one different than the other. And then once you're done that, you go around a couple times with the cream, and then you make an applique for the carrot and the eyes, and then some stitching for the mouth. And you can position these however you want. They can go sideways. So, and you can make a bunch of these to make a snowman blanket. And then I thought I had another one of these. Uh-oh, where did that one piece go to? Uh-oh. Oh, it's right here. Hey there, Upcycly. How are you? Then we're also doing a snowman ornament. My stitching was a little tight there, so I needed to work with that. This is double thickness. There is a version where you have the earmuffs, and then there's a version with a top hat. I didn't make the top hat. And you can also make a scarf. This is just a chain. It's just a long chain, and you finish off both ends. And I guess you could put the scarf on this and just tie it on. However, and I just put buttons. I didn't actually do any, what do you call it? Any crocheted appliques or any embroidery. I just to put buttons there, and his eyes are buttons. And then make a little hanger, and you got simple little snow. And I did do an applique for his nose, so I just did make a simple little snowman. So that is next week. That's our snowman. Can it be stuffed? Actually, yes, it could. If you're going to stuff this, because I think this uses half double crochets, I would probably line it or something, because your stuffing could show through possibly. But yeah, this is using half doubles, so the stitches are kind of big. Or use the same yarn and just use a couple sizes smaller hook, so your stitches aren't as big. You need pantyhose? Okay. Anyway, how are you, Upcycly? So we're making this, oh, to stuff the ornament. Yeah, that could work. And yeah, I guess you could make it more, I mean, oh yeah, you could. All I did was I went around the edge, and you can, if you stuff it out, it'll fill it out more. I'm pretty good. We're making this really, really cute bearded gnome square. If anybody wants the pattern again, ! Bearded gnome. It's actually a YouTube channel, a YouTube video. He is cute. He is very cute. The difficult part is the loop stitch. So I did 2 rounds. Now I need to do 2 more rounds. So next round, I'm going to chain 1 that does not count as a stitch. And I gotta see how they're doing this. 1. Oh, looking at the wrong thing. Loop and then an increase. Okay, my first stitch, I'm gonna go in. Again, if anybody wants to learn how to do the loop stitch, I'm going to go in to the stitch. I'm going to go behind this strand and the other strand. So there's 2 strands there. Pull both of those through the stitch. There's 3 loops there because you had the one that you started with and then the 2 more that you just pulled through. Remove your finger, yarn over through everything on the hook. That is the loop stitch. Thank you for the loop. The lurk, Liz. A lot of L words. Okay, so the next stitch gets 2 because we're increasing. So there's 1, and now 2. And your loops will form on the back side. So this is the wrong side. That will be the right side. I am going to mark my first stitch. So we did 3. And we're just going to make a circle. So the next stitch gets 1. The following gets 2. Next is 1, then 2. But they're all the loop stitch. There's 1. Now this one gets 2. When we're done this round, we should have 33 stitches in the round. Because we started with 11, second round was 22, this round is 33, and then the 4th round will be 44. There's 1. And 2. It does take a little extra dexterity to get this. Hey there, Black Rose. Isn't it cute? Ah. Let me double check. Okay, 1. This next one gets 2. Again, this is a free pattern from a... What is the name of the site? RaffamusaDesigns. It is a YouTube channel. It's a YouTube video, so if anybody is interested, and I think there are written patterns. If in their link, there is the written pattern. So that's 1 and 2, and this is 1, and then this one gets 2. So 1, 2, 1, and this gets 2. What is everyone working on? I know Sophie said they're working on their shawl. One, and then this one gets 2, so that's 1, and that's 2. Blanket for your son. Oh, yes, Upcycling's working on the Afghan blanket. Will it ever end? Yeah. She's got 63 squares to make, and I think last I saw, she was on 30-something. She could have gotten further along. And thank you for the lurk, Upcycling. You're on 39. Okay, well, you're getting there. I'm catching my stitch marker. Well, I'm not doing it right now. The poncho's coming along very nicely. Much happier with this final time. Yay! And how are you, Lumberjack? And Clay Miko's working on the Santas by the dozen doily. Was that the one I might have showed you, or there was one, I don't know if it was a Santa Claus one. No. It was a jack-o'-lantern one. Oh, I did? Actually, I did? Okay. I know there was a couple of them that were holiday themed that I sent your way. Alright, so now I'm going to go and do a slip stitch to join. I didn't count, but I'm hoping I have 33. Maybe I should count. Very, very tired. Night shift coworker has COVID, so I took her shift last minute. Got my ass handed to me last night. It's almost time to leave for the next shift. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a pom-pom in the middle, then his hats, then his face, and his beard. Sorry that you're very tired and you had to pick up extra shifts. Hey, Blue Raven, how are you? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Healthcare, yeah. Okay, I gotta check to see if I have the right number of stitches. 2, 3, 4. Doesn't help that it's gray. It's kind of difficult in my eyes, too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 30. Count my loops? I'm going to get them all confused with the first two rounds. I'm not counting all those loops. I have enough. I'm good. So now I got to do one more round. Count my loops. You count your loops. Blue Raven, I am making this really cute gnome and lumberjack lady, and anybody else who's come in. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to single one person out, but this cute little gnome granny square. You lost your loops years ago? Amen. This is my last round of the beard. So, first one gets 1. The next one gets 1. And this next one gets 2. The loop stitch, again, is a little more of an advanced stitch. I can't grab it all the time. And that was 2, right? Yes. So we have 4 there. I would not say... I love to make blankets. Love, love, love to make blankets. In fact, I've got a temperature blanket project going on at the moment. Well, all year. I've got a couple blankets. Well, I think one is done for Project Linus. I've got another one that's in the works, which I need to make some more progress. I have to go through some of that yarn that I got for it. You never had loops to lose? Two, and then this one gets 2 because we're increasing. So that's that, and then one more. One, and then the next one, and then this next stitch gets 2. Oh, I watched an older movie, which I have seen many, 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 many times, and I'm gonna have to get some clips from it. Watched it last night. Has anybody ever seen the movie Fried Green Tomatoes? I watched it last night, and I mean, I've seen it so many times, and I love it, and been years since I've seen it. So I watched that, and I'm gonna have to get a few clips from it. I have to tell you all, this streaming conversation makes your night's most views. Okay. Thank you for the making me startled. You have claiming you saw it with me? Really? Must have been a long time ago. If you won't listen to reason, there's always Tawanda. Yes. I'm compiling some more clips to have for the redeems. Not that we don't have enough. Yes, Face it, girls. I'm older and I have more insurance. That one's gonna definitely be in there. Okay. 2. And 2. And then this one gets... Can't even look at your own... Fairy dust? I don't need to know if you can look at that or not. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay, no, we're good. 1. No, we're not doing a single crochet. Come on, we're at the end of this round, and hopefully we have the right amount of stitches, because I don't want to end up redoing this row. 2. Let me see if I should have 2 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Okay. I just want to make certain it's going to lay flat. Yeah, it should lay flat. I got to add 2 more in this last stitch. So I'm kind of going to have to just fudge it in there, but that's fine. Oh, no, we're not yarning over. Bit of trivia, the woman in the movie playing the women's self-help teacher is actually the author of the book. Yes, Fanny Flagg. And if you are old, or if you have ever seen reruns of the Match Game on Game Show Network, Fanny Flagg was a regular contestant on the Match Game. And I learned yesterday that in 2020, she wrote a book. I forgot what it was called. It's basically, well, it's my time. May the odds be in your favor. Good luck. Hopefully you have a good shift at work, Lumberjack. She wrote a book, Fanny Flagg wrote a book in 2020. Well, it came out in 2020. And it is kind of a sequel. It is the point of view, well, it's a story of Buddy Jr. in the movie The Baby, who grew up and lost his arm. Oh, spoiler of the movie. I mean, the movie came out in 1990, whatever. But it's basically his retelling of things. I haven't read it yet. I don't know if it's going to be made into a movie or not. So, love the Match Game. Gene Rayburn. Yes, Gene Rayburn was creepy, but they were all creepy back then. The little one and my mother. The little one and your mom watch Match Game. Okay. Yes. Fanny Flagg, usually on Match Game, if she was on, she would sit lower level next to Richard Dawson. Usually where like Betty White or a couple of the other ones would sit, the lower right-hand spot. Alright, so I'm going to finish off... Wait a minute. Join A. Okay. I'm not going to finish off. Mom watches the Game Show Network. Well, watching her every week, yeah, it's on all the time. So you might have caught her on there. Oh, I lost the hook. I gotta remember there's a hook on the floor if I need that hook. Okay, so I'm not going to finish off right now. I'm going to join my background color, which is this green color. Little one loves Betty White. She gets excited when she sees... Who? Everyone gets excited with Betty White. I mean, rest in peace, but she was America's treasure, legend. Okay. Dumb Dora is so dumb. How dumb is she? Well, yes, Clean Mako. She's got good taste. If she likes Betty White, you're raising her right. Okay, I need to join my background color, or the square color, I should say. Oh, I didn't do that right. Okay. Gets it from Uncle Crafty Cub? Yes, that too. Okay, I'm gonna just join it this way. Ah! Didn't do it the right way. Okay, we're gonna have an ad starting here in about a minute or so. So I'm just gonna join that. And then when we come back from ads, we're gonna do the Discord thing. And then we will try to get past the beard. The beard is done. So, everyone, take this time to go and take care of yourself, get something to drink, stretch, all that good stuff. So, I will be right back.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Oh, Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sitting through that little ad break. Verida says, best damn barbecue I ever ate. Secrets in the sauce. Yes. Secrets in the sauce. Gotta put the little one down. Be back. Okay. Alright. We are going to go and do the Discord thing. And I feel a sneeze coming on. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, everyone. Alright. So, over the weekend, in the general channel here, Lady1241 has posted that they got a gift for Hanukkah. Some Pokemon Amigurumi. I think it's a kit. Bring your favorite Pokemon characters with 20 cute crochet patterns. Not sure if it's a blessing or divine intervention. So, this is something that Lady 1241 was gifted. So I didn't even know. I mean, I'm not a Pokemon person, which I'm assuming there was, but I didn't really know that there was a Pokemon crochet amigurumi kits out there. So if anybody is a Pokemon fan, it might be something for you to pick up and see if you can make a few things. And then over on the Whips channel, so I don't know if we saw this. We might have. Yeah, this is Lunarica's. I think they were playing around with half double crochets, I think they said in this, if I remember correctly. So we have that. I don't know if this is going to be a scarf or just practice. Let's see. This is from Claymiko. Finally finished the medium pineapple tree skirt. It's really perfect for a small tree. Great work. I know she had to go tend to the little one, but it's gorgeous, Claymiko. This is the same pattern that I was doing, but I did mine in the large one. I still haven't taken a picture of it yet. Yes, it is very pretty. If you want this, if anybody wants this pattern, it is a paid pattern. Do I still have the command for it? Yes. Exclamation point tree skirt will get you the link to the Etsy listing for where I got the pattern. So this is the medium version, and the one that I did was the large version. It's slightly different. It's the same, looks the same. It's just I think there's more of the pineapples and the scallops on the bigger one. Mine, there were some mistakes in it. So after Christmas, I'm going to frog the entire thing and redo it. Yes, I'm going to redo it off stream, and then have it done the way it should be. Looking at it right now is fine, but I know there's some glaring mistakes, and it's irritating me. So it'll work for the holidays, but mine will be frogged. So that is what Claymiko has made. More thing from Claymiko. I think this is what she needs help with blocking. Made an angel for my daughter's teachers for Christmas. Have one or two more to make. That is adorable. That is really, really pretty. I'm not familiar with this pattern. I might have to get this pattern from her. That is really, really pretty. And this would be a good introduction to doilies. If somebody didn't want to do a full doily, this looks like a small enough piece that it could be a good intro to them. So that is from Claymiko. We got something from Get Off My Yarn. 2 at a time socks for hubby. They are knitting. I haven't got to that part of knitting yet. I can barely know how to knit to begin with. So yeah, they're doing some socks, and there is a technique where you make two at a time, so they progress at the same rate. And I love this color work. And I love the colors itself, but the little color work that's done right in there. That's really, really pretty. So that is from Get Off My Yarn. Let's see what else we have. We have something from Fairy Dust. Fairy Dust, if you're still here, this is the scarf that you were designing, right? Is this a finish, or is this still in progress? And these were baubles, and the colors. Love, love, love those earth tone and those purples, bluish, greenish colors, especially right in here. It's not really a blue, but it's more like a purplish, grayish color. It's finished. Yay for a finish. So we've got a very cute scarf. It's cute, but it's also like masculine, or that's actually unisex. I don't think this would be either male or female. This is definitely a unisex style. We have a finish. Let's see here. Linda Davis. A friend asked if I can make her toddler a hood since she won't keep hats on. It's cold here. Aww. Oh, look at the little ears. Look at the ears. Those ears are cute. I like the little button. Aww. Great, great work. I don't know if Linda is here, but I don't know if that's from a pattern or if that's just freehand or their own design. Here's a close-up of it. It's very cute. Yeah, I really like the ears. Let's see. And we got something from Llama. Last night's fast mini project for a friend who loves axolotls. That is mini. That is like... It's not micro crochet, but that is definitely mini. And that one is cute too, with the axolotl with the little tail and they're not ears. I don't know what they're called. Those little things that stick out on either side of their heads. And the little smiley face. I imagine there aren't many glowing green baby. Yeah, you never know, Fairy Dust. You never know. So that is from Llama. And I think we are caught up on the Discord. Thank you, everybody who shared. Let's move this over there. If anybody else wants to share anything in the Discord, feel free at any time. Let me know, because I'm not always looking over on that screen. I need to get more light here. Alrighty. So, we have finished the beard, and I have joined up my square color, the color that's going to go all the way around. And I got to double check this. So I'm going to chain one, and in the first stitch I'm going to do a single crochet. And in the next stitch I'm going to do a single. The next two get half doubles. 1 and 2. Hey y'all, my heart is heavy tonight as I work on a blanket for a family with a relative in hospice care, and we'll go with him in the casket. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. But it's nice of you to be working on that for them. Okay. I did 2 singles, 2 half doubles, and then I'm going to do a double into the next. The next stitch, if anybody's following along, the first two are singles, the next two are half doubles. The next is a, wait a minute. First two are singles, the next two are half doubles, the next one is a double. This next stitch is a double increase, so that means two doubles in the same stitch. Chain two, and then the next stitch do a double increase, so double and double in the same stitch. The next is just a double. The next two are half doubles, so 1 and 2. The next three are singles, so 1, 2, and 3. The next two are half doubles. The next one is a double. The next one's a double increase, so there's two doubles in that stitch. Two chains, and then the next stitch is a double increase. The next stitch is just a double. The next two are half doubles. And the next three are singles. Trying not to get the loop to come through. That's 1, 2, and 3. And yes, my circle looks a little not flat. Blocking will help that. The next two are half doubles. The next one is a double. And then this next one is a double increase. 1, 2, chain 2. And then the next one is a double increase. This next stitch is a double. The next two are half doubles, so 1 and 2. The next three are singles. 1, 2, and 3. The next two are half doubles, so there's 1, there's 2. The next one is a double. This next one is a double increase, so 1 and 2. We're going to chain 2, and this next stitch is a double increase. This next stitch is a double, and then that should have 3 stitches left. This next stitch is a half double, the next one's a half double, and this last one is a single. And I'm going to, that's where I joined, and I'm going to slip stitch to join, and that should be our square. That is the back side. Again, that's going to be the front side. We will worry about our tails later. So this is the beard part. So that was round number 5. Now we have 3 more rounds. And the next 3 rounds are just making this into a solid granny square. So I'm going to chain up 2, and then all the stitches are going to get double crochets. The corner will get a double, 2 chains, and a double for this round. So again, a double into each stitch. And the corner gets a double, 2 chains, and a double. And that's the entire round. and corner gets a double, 2 chains, and a double. I think somebody had earlier asked if I'd like to make blankets. That is like one of my favorite things to do. There are some people who like amigurumis. There are some who like appliques. I really like blankets, and I like scarves too. I haven't made a scarf in a long time. I like scarves because they can tend to be on the quicker side. They're not a long-term project. Oh, I haven't gotten pictures yet. I will post them in the Discord. What kind of stitch pattern for blank? You name it. I love all different types of stitch patterns. I like plain, simple ones. Hey there, Dragon Lady. I like half doubles, all the basics, the half doubles. Just a simple, don't really have to think about it type pattern. I like the more intricate ones with a lot of shells and popcorns. There was one I made a while ago for Project Linus. It's called the Endlessly Elegant Blanket. If you type in !endlessly, that is the pattern that I use. It's on Ravelry. It's a free pattern. It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Let me see if I can pull the picture. If I can find the picture that I did. That's not the full picture. Wait, is that the full blanket? That's the full blanket. I have a picture of it. That is the Endlessly Elegant Blanket. I did this in a baby weight yarn, a very light yarn. And this has got some fan motifs, and it does have popcorns. Like these square things that are going around. Those are popcorn stitches. And then there's some also back post double crochets, and I think some front post also. And this is center out. You start in the center and you go as big as you want. I kept going. I actually take that back. This is not the full picture of it. I'll have to find the full picture of it. There is a little bit more all the way around of this darker blue. This yarn is no longer around. I got this yarn 20 some years ago, and it's discontinued. I don't even know the name of it. But these were sold as the same color. They're just different dye lots. So there was a slight variation. And you don't have to use it in that type of yarn. You can use more of a worsted weight yarn. You can use whatever type of yarn you want. You can use whatever size. I love all of that. You want to try popcorns? Popcorns are easy. And if you didn't know how to do a popcorn, I'm willing to teach. I know you've been on my stream before, but I am all about education. So if anybody has any questions about a certain stitch, let me know. Half double crochet, yes. Half double crochet is my favorite of the basic stitches. There's so many stitches I want. Yes, there are so many out there that I don't think I'm ever going to be able to try all the stitches that there are, because there's so many different variations and tons of patterns. I like a lot of stitches that are textured. If you've ever done it goes by a couple different names. There's a granny square, but it's called a glorious granny. And certain stitches are extended double crochets or triple crochets, and they make this really nice textured pattern. That's fun. Alright, so this round I just chained up 2. I'm going 1 stitch into each, and it's saying in the corner gets 2 doubles, 1 chain, and 2 doubles. So this is a little variation in the corner. I guess you can do the corners however you want. And popcorn stitches aren't really that difficult. If you can make a fan or a simple shell in crochet with double crochets, you can make a popcorn stitch. That's all they are, is you start with a fan, and this is one little extra stitch, the step that you do to it to turn it into a popcorn. And I don't know how well you can see this. I know I'm using some dark green yarn. I should have been a little more selective, but I wanted this gnome woodsy type feel for this square. Also, I'm a fan of squares. I like them because they're small little pieces, and you can make a bunch of them and connect them into a blanket, into a scarf, into a tote bag. You can arrange them however you want. And there's so many different variations and patterns of squares. There's novelty ones like this that are cute little characters. There are tons of floral squares. There's geometric ones. It's endless. I don't mind popcorn, just prefer not to have removed my hook from the yarn in order to do a stitch. Yeah, there is that for each popcorn you got to remove your hook and reinsert it to finish the popcorn. In my opinion, they're easier to make than a puff stitch. Okay, I am almost done round 7. There's one more round after this. I need to find that picture of that blue bit blanket, the full one. Can I do the cable stitch? I have only ever done the cable stitch in crochet once, back in October. Actually, it was in September. I made some 3-dimensional amigurumi pumpkins, and one of them had a cabling technique. That was fun. It was a learning process. I've been crocheting for decades now, and I had never done a cable stitch or a cable pattern. And I actually like it. I like texture. So cablings definitely give you texture. Okay, this is round number 8. It's one stitch into one stitch, and then the corners get one single. Oh, I'm doing it totally wrong. I'm doing doubles. Oops. That's fine. I hadn't gone that far. So it's one stitch into each stitch. It's something you want to learn. I could probably teach it. It's been a while since I've done it. So that corner got a single. It gets a single, a chain, and a single. And then you do one stitch into each stitch. If you wanted to learn cables, maybe that's something I can do in January. It's not something I can pick up and teach you right now, because I'd have to, like, there's a lot of thought process that goes in behind that one, and planning it all out to make certain I'm doing it right. That's what I can do. I can make a stream where we learn the cable stitch. Cables essentially are post double crochets or triple stitches worked in front or behind each other. Yes, yes. And a lot of times you'll make one. You'll make a series of them, and then the next row you'll skip one and do it, and then you'll come back and do the one you skipped. So they're kind of twisted. Fairy Dust has done cabling. But that's what I can do in the beginning of January. I haven't planned anything for January yet for my streams. We're going to do some things other than crochet. We're going to do some other fiber arts. We're going to do some cross-stitching, some embroidery. I'm going to try to get better at knitting. I'm going to do more with tatting. I'm just learning tatting. I'm going to do some fiber prep, but one of the first things that we can do is cables. Yes. And a lot of people think that cabling is only for knitting. Nope, it's also in crochet. Looks a little different, but yeah, I will definitely we'll do that. We will do a looking up cable stitches. Yeah, we will do a crocheted cable stream. I will have to. I'm going to put that on the list of some of the first stuff that we do, because I don't have anything planned except I'm pretty certain I'm going to be working on temperature blanket into the new year. But I don't have any other small little anything really planned. And speaking of the new year, I don't have pictures yet, but I'm going to take some pictures of some cross stitch kits and put them up on the Discord, and everybody can do a little vote on which ones you would like to see me make first. I've got like five or six of them to choose from. Now I only have one stand, a frame that I'll be using for stream, so I can't really swap them in and out. They're not an interchangeable one where I can't just pop another hoop in and out. It's more of a rectangular type frame, so I don't want to be swapping out pieces all the time. But we won't do crochet cross stitch all the time. That will be something in addition to the crochet and some of the other things I want to do. Crochet will always be the go-to, obviously. That is my number one. I can also get back to teaching some of the basic stitch, not basic, well, kind of basic stitches. Where's it at? I've got this book here. It's the Crochet Stitch Dictionary by Sarah Hazel. Back in the winter and early spring, we took some of these stitches from there and we learned how to do just the stitch. I don't know if there's cabling in there. I'd have to double check. But if not, I will get a little sample and we'll do a little bit of that good stuff. Okay, I'm just weaving in my ends. I got a long one here. The square is pretty much done. All we're going to do for the rest of the stream is, first I need to bring this to the back of the square. The rest of the stream is to make his hat, his nose, his hands, and his shoes, and then put them on, and our little gnome will be done. Okay. Put my needle back. Get my schnibbles out of the way. And it'll have to be blocked. But our square is pretty much done. That can go to the side. How come it's bigger than my sample? But that's all right. Done with the green. Let's make his hat now. I'm gonna make one identical to my sample. Got some thread there. And for the hat, we're going to chain 24. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Okay, row number 1 is slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. So slip stitch. And slip stitch in the next one. Single crochet in the next 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Half double in the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. Double in the next 7. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Half double in the next 3. There's 1, 2, 3, single in the next 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then the last 2 stitches we're going to slip stitch, and that is row number 1 of the hat. Doing all those stitches are going to form, it's going to curve, so it'll go around his beard. Okay, they say yeah, we're going to do it the way they say it. So we're now going to fasten off and weave in the ends. Okay. And now we're going to start again. We're going to work right to left, weaving the ends at the end. And in the 4th stitch of row number 1, so we go back to the very beginning, we find the 4th stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait a minute, I had it upside down. Duh! 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're not flipping, we're working right to left and right, each row works right to left. And join with a slip stitch, starting in the next stitch. Single crochet. Okay, I'm going to start with a standing single. So not in that one, in the next one. Do a single, and then the next 2 get singles, so a total of 3. The next one is a single increase, so that gets 2 singles in the same stitch. The next one's a half double. The next one is a double increase, so this gets 2 doubles in that stitch. The next 3 are doubles. So 1, and the next one gets 1, and the next one gets 1. And then next stitch is a double increase, so that gets 2 doubles in the same stitch. The next one is a half double. The next one's a single increase, so there's 2 singles in that stitch, and the next 3 will be singles. So 1, 2, and 3, and leave the, and then slip stitch into the next one, and leave the last 3 unworked. Okay, chain 1, and cut and pull through. Finally picked a blanket pattern for your son. It's lacy, but he'll like it. Well, you know what? There are some patterns that are lacy, but they're not too. They work for anybody of any gender. And you know what? These days, you can like what you like. I like some of the doilies, and they're very lacy. Alright. So row 3, we're going to start in the 4th stitch of the last row. 1, 3, 4. Actually, in the next stitch is where we're going to start. We're going to do another standing single. And do single. And then the next one gets a single. It's hot pink, so trying to pick something that works is hard. Yeah. All right. I lost my track where I was. Those two each get singles. The next one gets a half double. The next one's a double increase, so that's two doubles in the same stitch. The next is a triple. So that gets a triple. The next stitch is a triple, a picot, and a triple. So we have a triple, and then a picot, and I do my picots 3. I think that's what they do also. And then slip stitch to form the picot, and then that same stitch where that triple was gets another triple. The next stitch is a triple. The next one's a double increase, which means two doubles in the same stitch. The next is a half double. The next two are singles. 1 and 2. Slip stitch. And then leave the last 4 unworked. There's 4 there. Chain 1, cut, and pull through. That is the hat. I will weave in my ends now. I don't need the stitch marker. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna weave them all in, and then I'll get another strand to sew it down with. I'm only gonna sew down the brim. I'm gonna leave the top of the hat free. And we're just gonna weave it all in. I don't know why they had me stop and start each row, but that's what the pattern called for. I guess you could do the rows back and forth. I don't see why you couldn't. And this part would be really good to use up your scrap yarn, and each little square, each little gnome could have a different color hat. You can change his beard color, his nose color, his shoes, all of it. You can just mix and match colors, use up your scraps. Okay, that is the hat. So it will go around his little beard. Let's move the schnibbles, and we're going to work on the nose. The nose should not take long at all. It's only 2 rounds. I'm going to use this pink color. We're going to make a magic circle, and we're going to put 6 singles into the magic circle. And we'll chain 1. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull that tight and slip stitch in that. I didn't do it right. I didn't catch it. And that forms that. And now we're going to do chain 1. I'm going to single crochet increase 1 and 2 in that stitch, and then the next one gets 1 stitch. The next stitch gets 2, and the next one gets 1. The next one gets 2, and this last one gets 1. And now I can join to the first one, chain, and I'm going to leave a long tail because that's what we're going to use to stitch on as it goes flying. I'm going to tighten up my magic ring. I will weave in the magic ring. And his nose is done. So we have a beard, a hat, and a nose. And now we're going to make the hands. I'm going to use the same color that I used for the nose for the hands. And we're going to make 2 of these. These are real quick. So we're going to chain up 3. Single crochet in the second chain from the hook. And then we're going to single crochet in the next chain. Chain 1 and finish. That's all that is. That's the hand. Make another one. One, 2, 3. Second chain gets a single. The next chain gets a single. And finish off. Those are the hands. Now, I will weave in these short bits. I'm going to use the long ones to I'm going to sew them on with. I'm making lots of schnibbles tonight. But that's fine. It'll go in with all my other ones, and then material that we can use to prep fiber when we get to that point. Send them in January. At least that's my plan. My plan is to open up the fibers and rework it into new yarn. So we've got a nose, we've got hands. All we have left now are the shoes. Now there are 2 different instructions for each of these shoes. I think they are made slightly different because of the direction they have to point in. So the right shoe, we're going to chain up 4 with our shoe color. chain up 4, single crochet in the second chain from the hook, half double and double in the next stitch. So that gets a half double and a double in the next stitch. And then chain 1. Wait, no. That didn't seem right. Let's do that again. Let's start on over. So we're going to chain up 4. 2, 3, 4. Second from the hook gets a single. The next one gets a half double, yes, and a double. Okay, we had it right. This next stitch gets a double and a half double. Chain 1, and in that same chain, we do a slip stitch. That's what we do. A slip stitch, and now I'm going to weave, fasten off, and that will be, they're saying this is the right shoe, yes. The short tail, going to weave. That. So we have one shoe. Now we have to make the left shoe. I'm going to chain 4. And second chain from the hook, do a half double and a double. So we'll do a half double and a double. The next one gets a double and a half double, and then in the next one gets a single, and then we fasten off with a large, well, with a long tail, and then weave in our short one, and we will have all the parts, and we can construct our little gnome friend. And that is his left shoe. Not that it really matters. I mean, they all look kind of the same to me. Okay, so let's start with his hat. So I need some of this pink yarn. I'm going to join it to the corner of the hat. I'm just going to do a simple little knot. I should have left the tail long, but I didn't. I will do a double knot, and I'm only going to stitch the brim. I'm not stitching all the way around the hat. And I'm going to stitch it on as close to the loops of his beard as possible. Come on. I got a knot. Got a knot. just picking up the top layer of the gray. I'm not going all the way through, because if this is going to be like a blanket or anything, I don't want it showing through on the back side. And if you wanted to, you can pin it in place. I'm kind of just going to have it go wherever I can get it to stitch down. So I'm going to try to make it so I don't actually go all the way through to the back side. We're going to have an ad in about 30 some seconds, so this is a good time to take care of yourself and do the things that you need to do. And while we were at break, I'm going to stretch, and then we will return. So welcome back, everybody. So I've got the hat stitched down. We're now going to do his little nose, or his big nose. And I'm going to try my best not to go through the back side. I'm actually stitching it onto the hat, which is fine. His nose peeks through from under the hat. try to get wherever I can for the beard. I don't know how well it's going to be attached. Yeah, I'll have to go through some of these loops. That's fine. Just don't pull on the nose and rip it off. Okay. That's the nose. And all that's left are the hands and the shoes. These are going to go somewhat quick because I'm only going to join them where they meet the body. I'm not going to stitch all the way around the hands and the shoes. I kind of like that they're lifting off so they can actually wave. You can always stitch them all the way down, all the way around if you want to. You're afraid that they're going to come off, and especially if you have little ones or pets, you don't want them to come all the way off. Okay. And all that's left is the shoes. The shoes are a little weird. They're not exactly the same, but that's fine. Same thing, I'm only going to tack it down. Most of it's going to be hidden by the beard anyway. Alright. One shoe is on. Oh, that got all knotted up in my needle. And we've got one last shoe. His beard hairs keep getting caught in my my yarn. And there we have it. We got a cute little, he's got a friend. They're twins. We've got our little gnomes. Again, you can mix and match the colors of the beard, the nose, the hands, the shoes, the hat, the square. So you can use up your scraps and make a cute little festive little gnome. Make a bunch, piece them together into a blanket. Use one as a focal point on a blanket or a tote bag or a scarf or whatever. So, move that out of the way. All my schnibbles have to go over to my schnibble bin because I don't put them in the bin now. I will forget and they'll make a mess. Alright, let me double check something. Okay, let's see here. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm checking on something here. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I think we're going to go and raid somebody. Let me check something. I'm a little disoriented since I didn't stream for 2 days. I will be on again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern to do this gnome. No loop stitches. No loop stitches at all. But we do have a different type of hat. And this is more of a rectangle. So we will be doing another gnome. Let's see. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We're going to go and raid out here in a moment. I just want to let everybody know about my YouTube channel. Oh, that's what I didn't do. That's what I didn't show. Before we do anything else. So a year ago is when I started my stream. When I started streaming. And what we started with, and I don't remember which one was the first one, but we made some Christmas ornaments. So what we started with was these fabric no-sew Scandinavian squares. So if you check the YouTube channel and you go way, 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 way back, you can see these squares, see how we made these. It's just strips of fabric that are folded in certain ways, and they're all held together just by woven. There's no pins, there's no sewing. So we made these. Additionally, what we had made, and this ties in with what tonight we did with the gnomes, we made some gnome ornaments. Again, no sew. This was last year's again. And this right here, this green, when we made this was the origin of sad green. That is sad green right there. So this sky is the origin of sad green. This is held together with some hot glue. This one has a bell on it. You can basically use whatever you have around the house. His hat, the brim of his hat, is a small section of a toilet paper roll and some yarn. So that's pretty much what he is made out of. And little extra buttons or little details or any of those embellishments. So we have those. And then additionally also, now these aren't the ones I made, but they're ones very similar to this that I made. I don't remember exactly which ones I made. But these are the quilted no-sew ornaments. It's a styrofoam ball and squares of fabric that are folded a certain way and held together with pins. It's a technique of putting them in there and lining them up to make these quilted looking patterns, and they have ribbons and extra little embellishments. Here's another one. This one's a little more elegant. So we've got, that's what that side looks like, and the other side, oh, it's the same. I thought there was one that was different. You can make them different. And then this one just has some festive bow, ribbon into a bow. So that is what we did last year, the beginning of the Crafty Cubs channel. So that's kind of a little bit of a throwback. And you can see those videos on my YouTube channel. Hey there, Anna. We're just getting ready to raid out. Actually, no, we're not going to raid out to them because they're doing something else. I got to find somebody else to raid out to. We're not raiding out at the moment, but I got to find someone else. That's who we're going to do. Yes, our stream was very good. We made, I will show you again. We made this cute little gnome square. This cute little friendly little guy with his furry beard. So we had one that was our sample, and we made another one identical to it. So we had to have our little gnome friends. Alright, so that is the YouTube channel. Also, everyone, I think everyone might know it. If not, I have a Discord. Check out the Discord. Post pictures on there. Share ideas. Share anything that you're into. Anything you're interested in. It doesn't have to be just crochet, because we're going to do some other things in the new year apart from crochet. You can get some resources over there, ask other people, connect with everybody, chit-chat. It's a little community over there. Also, I have a merch store. I mentioned it briefly at the beginning of the stream. From till now until the 30th of December, if you use promo code HOLIDAY and check out on my merch store, you save 30% off. I've got some t-shirts, got some sweatshirts, some bags. There's like a tote bag. There's an accessory bag. A 32-ounce stainless steel water bottle with a couple different designs. So the sale goes on until the end of the month. Also makes a really good holiday gift. The holidays are upon us as we speak. Alright, I gotta get the thing. So that is the raid call. If you are a follower of mine, copy that raid call. And if you are a subscriber, that is the raid call for any subscribers. And I think we're going to go raid that spy guy. We were going to raid somebody else, but they're playing a game. And I wanted to raid somebody who's doing a crafting thing. So, everyone copy the raid calls. Stick around for the raid. And I got to spell this right. We're going to go raid that spy guy. He is doing... On Mondays, he does his Magical Mondays. He is doing a stamp cross-stitch. It's a Harry Potter themed. So everyone, say hi to him. Stick around. Follow him if you're not following him. He does cross-stitching. He does diamond painting. He does pretty much streams, I think, 5 days a week. Maybe more. I'm not certain. So he's got a theme. Each day of the week, there's a certain project he works on. So I will see you all again tomorrow for this little gnome guy. We'll work on him. And everybody, again, I am having an off day. Stick around for the raid. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. And